Hey, I'm Victor Lucas, and welcome to G4's E3 2004 preview show, where we've assembled a rough-and-tumble panel of experts to give their take on the madness that will be E3. Sitting to my right are Mark McDonald, executive editor of Electronic Gaming Monthly, Tal Blevins, editorial manager of IGN, and Raymond Padilla, lead console editor for GameSpy. Thanks for taking the time to join us, guys.
Thank you.
Let's kick things off by discussing the master of all its surveys, the Sony Corporation. Now, Sony has obviously won this round in the console wars. Do you think, though, that the PlayStation 2 has sort of maxed out its sales already?
No, definitely not. Sony themselves were quoted recently saying that they predict they've only sold 40% of the amount of total PS2 software they're going to sell. I mean, they've like scratched the surface.
I think it all has to do with price point, too. As soon as that PlayStation 2 drops from its price now, which everybody's waiting for it to do.
It's going to happen.
Right. You're going to see a lot more sales at Walmart. You're going to see a lot more sales to the mainstream gamers, the NASCAR fans. You're going to see a lot more sales in general.
Now, what about the power of this system, though? Has it shown its age? Have we seen the best that the PlayStation 2 is capable of?
Definitely not. I mean, when you go into a console's lifespan, towards the end of it is when you really see the most impressive stuff it can do. And we're not even there yet with the PS2. This year you'll see games like Killzone and Mercenaries that push the power of the PS2 further than ever before.
Yeah, Killzone looks like an Xbox game.
Well, yeah, and Mercenaries is a really good example. I mean, seeing that from LucasArts, it's like I thought I was looking at an Xbox game the first time I saw it because everything is moving so great. There's so much stuff going on the screen at once. And it's like, graphically, you're like, PlayStation 2 just did not look like that 2 years ago.
What other stuff are you guys excited about on the PlayStation 2?
A lot of 3 and 4s, a lot of big sequels like Metal Gear Solid 3, Gran Turismo 4, all the platformers, Jak and Daxter 3, Ratchet and Clank 3, Sly Cooper 2.
There's a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
It does seem like a year of sequels, but personally, I'm looking forward to the sequel to Eco as well. Fantastic game from last year. Sequel's looking really good.
Lots of sequels. Now, what about the PSP? This is Sony's first foray into portable gaming. What kind of impact is this system going to have?
Well, I think this will have a bigger impact, potentially, than even the PlayStation. I mean, this device, it costs a lot of money. It plays movies, plays music. So it's even more of a crossover device than the original PlayStation. I think you'll see a lot of the people that like things like the iPod, they're going to want a PSP because it looks really cool, it looks really sexy, and Sony's marketing will make it awesome.
And we've seen, a lot of players try to break out into the handheld market who haven't done so well. And I think if anybody can do it, I think Sony is probably the one corporation or the one player who can actually break into this market.
Well, they know consumer electronics.
Are we going to be playing PSP games on the floor? Are they actually going to have them there for us to
I don't think so.
With?
I think they're going to show a few. They're definitely going to show some games. They're going to show the hardware behind a case, but I don't think.
I think we'll be playing some games at the show. I don't know if everybody.
But not on the floor.
What about PS3? Are we going to hear anything about PS3?
Nuh-uh, no way.
Rumblings.
They're going to be a few partnerships announced, but just nothing.
They don't want to
nothing
take
concrete.
the spotlight away from the
Definitely
PSP.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's too soon.
a PSP show this year.
There's no reason to do it now.
All right. Well, those that think the PS2 is a graphical dinosaur may have to think again after seeing our first exclusive clip. Call of Duty took PC gamers by storm last year, but the upcoming console version looks to raise the bar even further. Check out Call of Duty Finest Hour. And yes, this footage is from the PlayStation 2 version. Now, this game is developed by Spark Unlimited, which features 27 former EA employees from the Medal of Honor team. It's an all-new game, but do you think it's going to be a little too familiar for gamers out there?
Well, from the clip that we saw, it does look a lot like the PC version. It's taking place in the 3 same campaigns. What we saw was Stalingrad, which looked very similar to the Stalingrad version in the PC.
Yeah.
But, to be honest, I don't know how many PS2 players actually got a chance to play the PC version of Call of Duty.
I think a lot of console gamers in general have heard about Call of Duty, and they've heard lots of great things about it. It was a fantastic game, and it made a lot of noise, so they're going to want to check it out on the PS2.
And a World War II themed first-person shooter. I mean, that's that's a crazy novel idea, and that's unheard of. What a unique way to go with it.
Call of Duty is definitely one of the best shooters, and definitely one of the best World War II shooters out there ever. I think the just the level of atmosphere and all the stuff going on all over the place.
I also think that the former members of the Medal of Honor team, their splinter groups, 2015, Infinity Ward, really have like some more impressive looking products than maybe what the Medal of Honor series is doing now.
I'd agree.
I think we can all agree.
I'd agree. Let's get right back into discussion and shift our attention to the green machine, which is better known as the Xbox. Now, Ray, is the Xbox the best console out there? Would you say that?
Best is really a nebulous term, isn't it? It's definitely the most powerful system out there, but I don't think it's been used in the most creative ways. Definitely not in the same terms of quality and quantity that you see on the PlayStation 2 and GameCube. But it's definitely getting better. You're going to see a lot of things.
Come on, admit it's the best, Ray.
No,
I mean, at the same time, if a game comes out across all 3 platforms, you want the Xbox version, and you own all 3. That's going to be pretty
if graphics
safe
is
bet.
your only concern, I would totally agree with you.
I think Ray brings up a really good point. Why don't you think that across the board it's always being taken advantage of? It has superior hardware. Why aren't the games that much better on that system?
Well, because people know that they're going to sell more PS2 copies of anything, and obviously they're kind of designing for that first. You see a lot of multi-platform games, with the exception of the Splinter Cells, coming out on PS2 first and generally following on Xbox.
But it really has to start with first party, and I think the first party message with Microsoft has changed a lot from when it originally started. In the beginning, you had people like Ed Fries and Seamus Blackley champion really creative games, really interesting things that, might not be the most commercially successful, but they're really the artist games.
Well, but you also had Kakuto Chojin, and you also had a lot of crap that they were just trying to slot into different genres. They were trying to fill everything, and then now they changed it to just...
Sure, I think it's a lot more focused now, and of course you still see great stuff coming out of first-party Microsoft. You got your Halo 2s coming up. I mean, nobody can deny that. You got some great exclusives like KOTOR 2 and Jade Empire coming out.
Right. Well, that's 3
great.
biggies. What other Xbox games have gamers got to look forward to?
I think the go to the Ubisoft, I think, is Microsoft should be Microsoft's best friend.
Right.
You got the new Prince of Persia. You've got Rainbow Six.
Love that game.
Yeah, I think really
Splinter Cell 3.
Yep.
Really hitting on your original point that, if you play a game, and I know you're going to say it's just graphics, but if you play a game on all 3 systems, it usually is better on the Xbox, and I'm one of the freaks who actually likes the Xbox controller.
But I think you guys are in the minority. I think DualShock 2 rules, and
I think that's the best controller, and I think probably the best argument to back up Ray's point here is EA and EA Sports. Most of the games that they publish are more enjoyable on the PlayStation 2. They add more features and things like that, specifically online play, and everybody wants to know when the hell EA and Xbox are going to get together on Xbox Live.
It's going to happen this year.
Yeah, I think they're going to make an
At least the
announcement. I think
announcement.
you'll see an announcement. The whole canceling of the XSN Sports line for this year, I think, is a little
That's very
tip in the
telling.
cards.
It's definitely, and there's definitely a lot of buzz going around right now, and I definitely think we'll hear something at the show. I think something definite will be actually announced.
Awesome. Well, for years, gamers have battled alien races in many shapes and on many different consoles, but thanks to THQ and Pandemic Studios this year, we'll see how the other side lives. That's right, this time you're the alien, and you've got a single mission: to destroy all humans. Where is Pandemic coming up with all these great game ideas? What happened here? They've got so many different games coming out this year.
They've been busy, yeah.
They've been very busy.
Definitely, yeah. I think that game looks great. It looks cool. I'm happy to see people using sort of the Grand Theft Auto open-ended big city gameplay and not just making it Grand Theft Auto again. Not modern-day cars and guns and hookers.
Well, geez, I mean, we know what Pandemic's been doing for the past couple of years, huh? They kind of fell off the face of the earth, and now they have Full Spectrum Warrior this year's E3. They have Mercenaries. They have Star Wars Battlefront. They have Destroy All Humans. Right. I mean, I think this is going to be their show.
They're going to own E3 this year.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They've come from making mediocre Star Wars games and to making killer title after killer title, and they're going to rock this show.
Yeah, you're going to hear their name a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.